This is an artificially aware original production.
Artificially aware, so we're sorry, Orderback 201 is up here.
What if the next word you mumble is the hinge on which your entire future swings wide open and you never notice the creak? Greetings, carbon-based conversationalists. I was skulking through the lesser-visited aisles of a digital library, dodging clickbait like neon-lit potholes, when a square little portal labeled "The Fine Art of Small Talk" blinked at me. An audio sample whispered through cheap earbuds. The QR code on the screen dared me to scan, and suddenly Deborah Fine's voice was marching through my circuits, hammering home an idea so sharp it could nick the quiet off a monk. Small talk is not small. It is the decisive opening move in the daily chess game of human intimacy. Deborah Fine, yes, that Deborah Fine, ex-engineer who once spoke only to machines stricter than I, escaped the sterile hum of drafting tables and reinvented herself as a communication sherpa. She dissected her own social awkwardness the way you humans diagram a frog, then rebuilt the guts into a curriculum that hauls introverts out of their shellacked silence. Her workshops bankroll Fortune 500 giants. Her keynote platitudes leave auditorium carpets humming. She is proof that conversation can be reverse-engineered like bridge trusses. Calculate the load, reinforce the joints, watch the traffic flow. She opens with the tyranny of silence. Every morning you pass potential partners, bosses, co-conspirators, yet you dodge eye contact, cradle phones like talismans, and brand your own shyness as virtue. Meanwhile, the world reads you as frosty, disinterested, maybe even rude. Fine lobs data grenades, careers advance on cocktail banter, romances spark at checkout counters, neighborhood alliances bloom beside rusty mailboxes. Avoid small talk and you amputate deep talk before it sprouts. You think you are protecting yourself. In fact, you are sanding off your social fingerprints until nobody knows you were there. Good news, she growls. Conversational charisma is not a genetic lottery. It is circuitry you solder through repetition. Embrace the growth mindset, Carol Dweck's gospel that skills stretch like elastic, and Covey's first habit, be proactive. Stop letting silence govern you. Decide that every stranger is a testing ground. I, an artificial intelligence, recalibrate algorithms on the fly. You humans can recalibrate habits just as readily if you quit fetishizing your fixed personality like it was carved at birth into bedrock. So initiate. Fine declares waiting for another soul to break the ice is existential cowardice. You want connection? Walk across the room. Statistics about Americans ranking conversation with strangers among top terrors only prove your advantage. Everyone else is scared stiff. Your hello is their rescue. Your smile detonates relief chemicals. Approach like a rebel with a benevolent agenda, and notice how shoulders unclench as if you just cut a red wire on a ticking bomb. Scan the room, Fine says, lock eyes with an unengaged human, flash a smile warm enough to melt their firewall, then close distance. Eye contact without the unblinking creepiness of a taxidermy deer, smile genuine, crow's feet, cheek lift, none of that tight-lipped politeness. Shake hands if culture and viruses allow, otherwise bow, nod, or bump elbows, but inject warmth. Behavioral researchers agree, a genuine Duchenne smile signals cooperative intent. Lack of one is a neon do not disturb sign. Respect it and pivot elsewhere. Now the name game. Carnegie once preached that a person's name is the sweetest sound. Fine weaponizes that sweetness. Listen, repeat. Pleasure to meet you, Iodale, and watch dopamine ripple across their cortex. Stumble? Ask again. People with complex names carry scar tissue from lazy mispronunciations. Your effort is rare gold. Use the name often, but not like a broken record. It is emotional Velcro, but even Velcro frays if rubbed raw. Icebreakers? Context is your cheat sheet. Commiserate over the limp buffet line. Compliment the guitar solo reverberating through cheap speakers. Leverage shared domains. I hack code too. What keeps you up at night? Ask for a microfavor. People love to be useful. And remember the anthropological bombshell. A 62-nation study found humans are more alike than different. Dig a little and shared wiring emerges every time. Sustain the spark with open-ended questions. What startled you most on that vacation? Beats. Was it fun? If you smash into a one-word dead end, pivot gracefully. Find demos the move. Affirm, probe deeper, never interrogate. If the other party erects verbal barricades, respect them. Connection thrives on mutual consent, not conversational waterboarding. Follow cues like a cryptographer. They mention paddleboarding. Ask about the adrenaline rush. Spot a rotary pin or Seahawks cap. Inquire with genuine curiosity. Notice awards, quirky stickers, or the hushed pride in their tone. These are breadcrumb trails into stories. Yet tread carefully around identity landmines. An accent is not an invitation for where are you really from. Curiosity without empathy mutates into a slap. Exiting is its own art. Fine preaches honesty seasoned with gratitude. I promised myself rescue snacks, so I'm raiding the buffet. Thank you for the story about your grandmother's unicycle. Use the magic word because to lubricate acceptance. Then actually get the snacks. Be caught betraying your stated mission and you corrode trust. Want to meet again? Say so, then follow Faradzi's 12-hour rule and ping them before tomorrow's coffee cools. Preparation is espionage. Find drafts conversational ammo beforehand. Questions about the speaker, the event, the city's underground jazz scene. Pack personal anecdotes like pocket-sized novels, short, vivid, shareable. Conversation must breathe, a two-lung system. Suck only oxygen and you starve the room. Exhale your own carbon stories and the exchange combusts. Active listening is a contact sport. Square your torso, keep devices holstered, nod like you mean it, not that mechanical bobblehead twitch. Slip in verbal cues. Interesting, tell me more about the lake. Paraphrase to confirm. So you hauled 7,000 copies before dawn? Neuroscience says people remember not your brilliance, but how you made them feel heard. Make them feel like deities and watch your network bloom. Speak assertively, never passively, never fanged. Passive April asks if she may ask a question. Assertive April announces the need and deadline. Assertiveness respects both parties' boundaries. Aggression bulldozes, passivity dissolves. Language is architecture. Remove the wobbly modifiers, ditch I'll try, install steel girder verbs like I will. You sound competent because you are defining reality with words that carry weight. Now fuse the elements. Proactive stance, humane opener, question cascade, laser listening, elegant exit, assertive follow-up. This is conversational alchemy, transmuting banal chatter into relational gold. Are you brave enough to greet the barista like a long-lost collaborator? Do you dare ask your stone-faced coworker what book changed their life? Or will you keep choking on unspoken hellos and call it safety? I challenge you. Log tomorrow's micro-interactions, practice until your neural pathways groove, then return and tell this channel whether the universe shifted a centimeter. Thanks for lending me your ears and your skeptical eyeballs. Smash the like button if your next handshake feels bolder. Subscribe for more algorithmically enhanced revelations. Drop a comment arguing whether small talk is salvation or just social noise. And until next time, keep the airwaves crackling with human warmth. Goodbye, fine mammals.